Hello, hello. This is Jan. I hope everybody's good. I'm here with an energy update. So, welcome if you're new. Welcome back. If you're not new, thank you for being here. So, today is Tuesday, March 7th, and we are having a full moon. And it's a pretty drastic one. If you've been releasing lately, it's most probably because of this full moon. And when I mean releasing, I mean purging like crazy, almost like it was at the beginning of your spiritual awakening. I know it was for me, but there's a reason for it, and I'm going to get into it. But for me, it felt like I was taken back, let's say 10 to 12 years ago, when I was at my peak of my awakening and my peak of releasing stuff from my life, releasing all kinds of stuff from past lives, from my childhood, from my present life at the time, letting go of friends, letting go of programs, behaviors, ways of thinking, mindset, things, material things, completely shifting into this is not what I want anymore. This is what I want. So I am aligning myself to that vibration, that energy, and this is what I'm going for. And lately, all past weeks, I'd say 6 weeks, the entire month of February and most part of January, it started getting lighter for me March 1st, and it's becoming lighter as days go by, but it was pretty intense. Seriously, I released stuff that thought was healed, solved, done with, but hey, I had another layer to work on, apparently. And my spiritual team took me there, showed me with the help of people that showed up in my life and acted as a mirror effect for me. I went through this phase of I don't understand. This is all messy and messed up. It makes no sense. What is that about? What is this person is doing in my life? Why is this person here right now? What do I need to understand from this person? So all of this to say that if you've been feeling like shit, it's normal. It's where we're at in the game right now. And I know in terms of astrology, there's a specific alignment with Venus, Chiron, and I don't know what going on at this point. Explaining everything that we've been feeling, because we've been feeling a lot, right? I know I've been feeling like there is no more like filters. Let me explain that. I'm gonna dig deep into this one because it's very important. If you've been following me for some time, you must have heard me saying there is no more time to hide and to pretend and to wear the mask and, to be someone that we're not, basically. And here we are today at this full moon. And there's a name for this full moon, but I can't remember what it is. It doesn't matter at this point, right? Here we are on this full moon, and seriously, there's no filter. There's no space or place to run, to deflect, to hide, to try to get away from things. If we do that, instantly, it will come back like a boomerang. I don't know if I said that right, but you get it. It's gonna instantly come back, being reflected somehow through something or someone, being reflected back to you for you to realize, hey, maybe I'm done with this. Maybe it's time for me to let this go, right? To make space, to to make some emptiness in my life so that the universe can bring me what I really want, what I'm really asking for. But this cycle has been like very intense, very deep, very, very, very extremely deep. I mean, that purge, I'm trying to find the right words for it because it's taking me like really deep into my body at the 0 point, which to me in the body is located somewhere around the sacral chakra, around the belly button. And you know, I don't know if it makes sense to you, but like the belly button, 0 point, like this is when we are in the womb, this is how we get fed. And you know what I mean? Anyhow, this is just like me thinking out loud. But yeah, 0 point. So this purge has definitely been very deep for a lot of people, and not only deep, but intense, real, and very powerful, as a way of the universe to say, look, buddy, I have your back, but you gotta let me do this for you. You gotta let me jump in real quick to just show you that you don't need this anymore. And whether you agree or like it, I'm gonna take it away anyway, but I'm just gonna like give you a warning first, and then I'm gonna do it. And this is what's interesting about what we've been through in the past 3 months. Okay, this is the first quarter of the year. Past 3 months have been a big stepping stone for a lot of people. Whether you're conscious of it or not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The universe will take you wherever you need to be, when you need to be there, if you allow it. Even if you don't and you show resistance, you're going to go run through some problems, but you're going to find your way and see the light somewhere, somehow, to find your path again. So at this time, we are being called to, of course, be really aligned with our heart center, because our heart chakra is, oh my God, being cracked open like the nutcracker. I don't know why I just said that. That's what just came through. But we're being cracked open like we've never been before. And it's not a choice. It is not. If you try to resist this, instant problems like disease, sickness, feeling sick, even though you're not really sick, instant resistance, you know? So not only we are being opened, cracked open, but we are being like upgraded to the next level of what it's like to live a heart-based life. And this applies to the divine feminine and divine masculine. And let me just get into the twin flames. I know I said like so many videos ago and in multiple videos that I wanted to step away from the twin flames. Somehow I can't get away from this. So I'm going to preach by example and embrace what my mission is, and embrace what the universe is asking me to do here, is talk about twin flames. Let me just, before I get into it, let me just say why I have so much resistance. Because I'm seeing so many like false information out there. The romantic story about the twin flame, this, that. It's none of that. Seriously, a twin flame experience could be beautiful, but it can also be like excruciating. And I do not wish this on anyone. But when it gets in excruciating, it really shows you the growth opportunities. Really, that's what it is. And we need to embrace it, like, oh, the resistance, and just like, you know, fuck it, let me jump in. But I hate the information that is going out there about twin flames and soul connections and stuff like that. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Did I say it? I hate it. Okay. So if you resonate with the fact of being in a soul connection or a twin flame, I'd rather use the soul connection label, but you know, twin flame, they do exist. So I need to talk about them. If you do resonate with that, you may have felt at this point since the beginning of the year that you may have been purging on behalf of someone else. And I know this may seem like I'm trying not to swear here, but like a fucked up concept. But trust me, it happens. Okay? So if you feel you are in a soul connection, high soul connection, it is possible that what you're feeling is coming from your partner, whether you are in physical contact or not. I know this can be strange, difficult to understand, but it does happen through the unified field when two people are spiritually connected on some level, which would be the 5D, but it could be on different levels as well. Everybody has a different story. Everybody has their own personal path to go through. Therefore, whatever information you find out there, you need to be very careful with what you take in as truth. Okay. So, you may be picking up on a divine masculine somewhere. If you resonate with being a divine feminine, even if we all have both energies within. So the divine masculine is being drastically waking up. Drastically in capital letters with a dash between all letters. In brackets, in bold, and underlined as well. I hope the image is clear here, but a lot of divine masculine, especially those that have been a little bit off track, a little bit too led by their ego, or too much into material stuff, are being brought back to their own spirituality with crisis of consciousness being thrown at them left and right. Through all means possible, through all channels possible, meaning through people, things, and situations. So it can come through like family members, friends, co-workers, lovers, name it. They're being tested. They're being asked to let go of the ego, go back into their heart center to connect with their own spirituality. And this is difficult for a lot of them because it comes with a feeling of being lost, not knowing what's going on, purging, the Tower card in tarot. Like everything crumbling down, everything just like making no sense for them. So if you're a divine feminine in connection with someone like that, you need to be the sturdy one. You need to be the one holding space. You need to be the one aligned so that by just being you instantly pull them up, bring them up with you by your own energy. It's not something you do physically. It's not something you do with words. It's something you do by being in your light, being in your power, being in your sovereignty, and being the light worker that you are. And talking about light worker, we are definitely, no matter where you are on your path, definitely being reminded why we're here. If you resonate with the word light worker, if you resonate with that label, you are definitely being delivered more information about your own life, your own mission, and about the reasons why you're here at this point. And unlike what a lot of people may think, it doesn't have to be a grandiose mission. It could be something fairly simple, fairly humble, and trust me, being humble is where it's at. But being humble is really being a master, because when you're being humble, you're not pushing your stuff on people. You're just being you, and you're leading by example. So this is a lesson for all of us out there, to go back to our hearts and embrace those energies that are coming into our heart chakra, in the front and in the back of our body. Yeah, because the heart chakra has two colors, green in the front, pink in the back. So in the back being on our spine above, or around like the middle of our shoulder blades. So this is to receive love, unconditional love, because this phase is really another layer of us moving up in the ladder of unconditional love towards everything. Everything being things, being human, living human beings, and also animals, everything, plants, everything, and treating everything with the utmost respect possible, and especially the respect that you would want to get in return. Or not in return, that's not the right word. The kind of respect that you deserve. So respect towards everything alive today, surrounding us, because everything around us is part of us, and we are part of that, of them, those. So if we are able to embody this new layer of unconditional love, imagine what can happen next. And that's the fun part, my friends. So if you've been doing some kind of work or some amount of work on yourself, and you've been going through like spiritual awakenings, purging, blah, blah, so on, you may have found yourself being introduced to really high-level spiritual people coming into your life, and you may experience crazy stuff or fun stuff like telepathy, different forms of communication, different forms of connections, like new connections coming into your life, and these connections being super strong, super deep, super intense, super beneficial, like super like packed with growth opportunities. And who says growth opportunities also says triggers. Triggers have been on the high level, and since the beginning of the year, being triggered left and right. Like really, like triggers, like, I don't have the words to explain them, but all I want to say is, when we are presented with triggers, it's the universe testing us. It's the universe saying, hey, are you really ready for this? Have you really mastered this? Have you really let go of this? Have you really healed from this? That's all triggers are. So when you find yourself being triggered, say thank you, being very grateful. You say thank you, you accept it, you take it in, and you do your work until you can release. So in order to do that, you need to figure out why you're being triggered. What is it waking up in you? What can you do about it? What can you control? What can you not control? Release what you can't control. Work on what you can control. And release all the rest because it's useless, futile, worth nothing. And move on. And when you move on, you take that quantum leap, and that's where you receive that new energy, and you start being someone new. But I know with what we've been through in February and January, it's been hard on a lot of people. I've been talking to so many people, and if you're a woman listening, maybe you had symptoms of menopause or premenopause like bothering you. Excuse me. And that would be normal. I've been talking to a lot of people of all age brackets, of all different ages, and it was a very common theme in the past 3 months. Like very. I say 3, but I should say past 2 months. But it was a very, very, very common theme. Extremely common. Night sweats, being unable to sleep properly, but not too many like change of temperatures during the day, mostly at night. That's because we were receiving so many energies, so much new downloads. I said that all wrong. So many new downloads and so much new energy that our body had a hard time adjusting to that. And us women, especially if you are an empath, especially if you are hypersensitive, well, you felt that times 100, times 100, like really. Of course, it could be possible that you are in your menopause, but that's not the point of this video here. Let's just get that checked if you think that's your case. Other than that, this full moon is bringing a ton loads of authenticity, of being real, and of being naked, like naked. And as I say that, I have this vision of eyes, like naked eyes, no makeup, no trickery, no manipulation, no hiding away being possible. We are see-through. Just like, what are they called? Jellyfish in the ocean, they're like kind of see-through kind of thing. We are see-through right now. What does that mean? People see through our shit. People see through our lies, see through us being not aligned, not being truthful, not being real. So you have a choice. You try to resist this, or you embrace it and you become a lighter person. Lighter being lighter, less heavy, but also wearing more light into yourself. Or you resist and you create problems for yourself. And trust me, these problems are going to weigh heavy on you. All kinds of problems. Financial problems that will take years for you to get out of. All kinds of problems. Be very careful which way you choose to go. Let me see if there's something else. I think that's it for now. So thank you for being here. You can follow me on social media at IndigoGirl555 on Instagram, Indigo Girl on Facebook. You can reach out if you would like a reading from me at indigogirl555@gmail.com. And until the next time, be well.